WkEnd Energy. Let me edit this. Okay. I still have my rocks because I didn't finish putting them into the other tank yet. I did turn this ringer back on. Let me, well, the rocks can actually stay there. I have Max behind me, not wanting to move, you know. So I'm gonna have to finagle a bagel. Oh, he just moved. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, good morning. Oh my God, his ass. Oh my ass is hot now. He was really hot. He was hot. Oh, here's the other one I was telling you about. But he didn't want to make an appearance. Look how huge. And if you ask me, she looks pregnant. Unless it's a he. And they can be pretty fucking territorial. Everything in here eats live food. So I don't know about you guys, but he looks pregnant to me. Huge. And if you ask me, she looks pregnant. Unless it's a he. And they can be pretty fucking territorial. Everything in here eats live food. So look how huge. She's pregnant. And if you ask me, she looks pregnant. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Hold on, I wanted to take a photo. He's moving. She's moving right there. Because another one just came down on top of her. So look at the size difference, guys. And they were all the same size when I got them. She's a little longer. But yeah, if you ask me, I think she's pregnant. And I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. And that's the fucking truth. Because, I mean, this is how big they get. I mean, they grow, like, this is like her now. She's going to get massive. They usually are pretty friendly, but she has already nipped my Convict and my Terra. So, Jesus, $400? I didn't pay that much. They were all babies. But they get massive. They're grown. Now, she might end up looking like this. This is why they're called dinosaur fish, because they've been around since the freaking dinosaurs. It's the one thing that's outlived a lot of stuff. I don't have him, but he looks like a little alligator. Is that not so cool? So any of these cichlids are friendly. I put my hand in there all the time. You know, so They really are peaceful and super friendly. I just don't know what I'm going to do with the babies, so I'll just give them to the pet store.
You got yourself a dinosaur bicher, or biker, or Bashir.
Bashir.
It's pronounced all those ways, also known as a Senegal bicher, as I call it. Well, I mean, that's its Latin name, but the bicher is what I'll be referring to from now on. It's a hardcore carnivore, gets about the size of a hot dog, maybe a little bit longer of a hot dog, like a foot-long hot dog. Not quite that, but about that big around as well. And it will eat anything it can swallow. So it'll eat bloodworms, it'll eat pellets, it'll eat neon tetras, it'll eat guppies, it'll eat other small little tetras. So you gotta usually pair it with other larger fish. Now, it's not really aggressive, it just swallows stuff. It's easy for it to get attacked, so you don't want to put it with really aggressive fish either. So usually they're in what's called an oddball tank, and that's other weird fish that aren't aggressive but do eat other stuff, like maybe a leopard bush fish, or the leaf fish as it's called, maybe the butterfly fish up top, maybe some. They can go in a wide variety of pH. I would say anywhere from 7 to 8, 8.4 maybe even. It depends on where they came from and where you're putting them. If they came from very acidic water and now you're putting them in very hard, high pH water, they might.
I'm going to do WkEnd Energy in 1 minute, but...
And Doug.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. If necessary, the polypterus is able to leave the water and travel over land for short distances.
Yes, they walk on land too. So when they get bigger,
land, the pectoral fins are used to help
I might
them
give
get a
them
foothold on the substrate and move themselves forward. The ability to breathe above the waterline was an important milestone.
Look at that. That's how big mine's going to get.
From fish to early amphibian.
And I read, I was looking up pregnant birches. I read that they can get to up to 2 feet long. It's typically in the wild, but it's not unheard of. So right here, typically reaches 12 to 15 inches in the wild, and sometimes in a tank can grow 20 inches. So it's almost 2 feet size. Generally around 12 to 15, then can grow up to 20. So it's actually not. Oh, they're native. They're actually African. It's an African cichlid, or Berkshire, however you want to say it. Everything in here is Central America, American, Central America, Venezuela, Peru, things like that. I didn't know I had an African species in there, and they're definitely more aggressive than Central America. So I'll probably make a channel because I spend just as much time with my fish than I do you guys lately, if not more, just for peace. And I love all my new little 3 baby frogs. For those who didn't just see the previous video, I have I got 3 more African clawed frogs, and the big frogs are really protective of them, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Isn't that wild how their instincts take over? Like, all the little ones will sit on top of the big ones, or the big ones will sit on top. Like, their instincts kicked in instantly. The minute I put them in the community tank, but I put them into like the net, my 3 other babies that are bigger, but they're still babies, went right to the basket and stayed right with them. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I feel like my bigger ones should be a little bigger. So I know they're not getting fed equally. And I knew that that could become a problem. So I have to wait until they're a little bigger to go into the community tank. But they are hunters. So I'm very iffy on how I'm going to do this. I'll probably end up with one more giant tank. I might even do like a 200 gallon, my next one, 200 or 300 gallon. And figure it out from there. What the fuck? Who just did that? Why are my dollars? Why are you chasing the other dollar? There's always one more dominant. Look at him. Look at him. He's looking at mama. He's just looking at mama. Because I'm in between both tanks. Alright, let's do Weekend Energy. Hey, buddy. Gotta leave here.
What?
Gotta leave here at 11:45. I still have not figured out how I'm going to do.
Moving this year.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out. It's only 2%, 9, 0. That's not gonna last. 2%. Oh, I'm talking about a fan. I'm not even gonna want him to move that now. That feels awesome. My only dilemma. Oh, the channeling messages. Yeah, Mingia. Told you I'm not like a normal tarot reader, guys. Like my heart and soul is in these messages. I heard someone say the other day, like on a tarot read, Jen, not that other Jen, Suda Cups, and I love her. I can tell when it's for me and when it's not, but she does a lot of love readings or like what you're dealing with in general. I do think she's on her collective reads. Certain ones I know if she's talking to me, and certain ones I know it has nothing to do with me. It's just, astrology. But she tends to read happy-go-lucky. I heal karma, so we all know mine is not going to be happy-go-lucky. It's more about yourself, where you're at, where you want to be, something like that. Yeah, I like watching her too, but hers, I noticed, don't really come into like fruition like that. Like it could make sense as like a friend maybe, because the lovers, I never really wanted to look at it as friendships, right? But I knew it always was. When the Two of Cups comes out, I look at that more as like a lovers, to be honest with you. Because that tells me like the connection's there, you're on the same wavelength, and I also pay attention to what cards are being drawn to see how they read them, because I can interpret her reading my own way, and you would get a whole different story, right? So not that mine's right and hers is right, not that mine's wrong, hers is wrong. It's just the way I read. Okay? I'm here for you guys, for evolution, that type of shit. Got a lot on my plate. All right, so communicative messages. I usually just do collective messages. No, don't be sloppy. Don't be sloppy. I should get you so you can see more of the desk. I actually feel like this is really in my way too. Eight of Swords. If you see white on my cards, yes, that's peanut butter. Shit. I don't have the heart, so I'll go over there. You just don't. Okay. And he was actually reversed. It's like no flame, feeling stuck, but like somebody wants to approach you like this. I'm actually going to put my reversals down here and clarify them with other cards. Sorry about that. These cards. Oh, maybe a flashlight will help. Nope, it made it worse. Maybe if I bring you in closer. Nope, that's darker. That's lighter. Come on. It's supposed to bring you into focus. Oh my god, I hit way too many buttons, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me just try to make it a little darker for you in the midst of me doing this. Okay. I'm going to put my reversals down here. So obviously, I have no problem reading reversals. I really don't. I don't think it's stuck or anxiety because, you know, it is almost like, okay, like someone here needs to be a little more assertive to get out of this energy, but wants to be this energy, wants to be the Knight of Wands, spontaneous. Okay. Ace of Cups, the Moon reversed. So something wants to come out into the open with the Five of Wands. But it looks like it would also cause an argument. I don't know who this argument will be with, but somebody wants to kind of win you over. Like this is a victory, like that's a pep talk. Why you gotta be so cruel? Why you gotta be... I'm gonna marry her anyway. Marry that girl. That's Let Your Hair Down by Magic, I think, right? No. Baby, let your hair down. That's Magic. How could you be so cruel? I'm gonna marry her anyway. Marry that girl. Marry her. It is the same song. It's by Magic called Let Your Hair Down. Baby, let your hair down. So I am being told to play it, even though I'm going to get flagged. This is how somebody feels about you right now. Baby, let your hair down, Magic. I'm hearing Magic Oasis.
There she goes, there she goes, there she goes. It's nothing better than my beautiful woman. Even though, even though, even though it's not always there, We still fly together. Show me you are more than just skinny balls. You are elegance and freedom and everything I know. So come on in, baby, let your head down. Let me run my fingers through. We could be ourselves now. Go ahead, be cool. No one's on the clock now. Lying in the simple moment. You don't gotta worry. Just let your head down. Tell me when, tell me when, tell me when. Like a steal, sweet kiss right through you. Diving in, diving in, diving in. Bottom early. Show me you are more than just skinny balls. You are elegance and freedom. Everything I know. So come on in. Baby, let your head down. Let me run my fingers through. We can be ourselves now. Go ahead, be foolish. No one's on the
Okay, so somebody clearly clearly thinks of you that way, like you guys can have that type of life. Or I'm hearing dream or oasis. So I don't know. It could be travel, could be vacation. This is just weekend energy. The Two of Wands is reversed. The Five of Wands reversed. Knight of Wands and the Moon reversed. So something is going to be revealed. It's feelings. I don't know if you guys are just like a really good match here. If this is a friend. You're both in that fire energy. But with Judgment being here, it's just tough because I don't know if this energy doesn't want to have a new start. Somebody wants a new start with you. I don't even think you know what this is. Some of you, it just could be, friends reuniting. But with Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune coming out, and it also did with the channeled messages yesterday, and it's not the first time Judgment and the Wheels come out. It's been coming out all week. So this is definitely playing itself out. Some of you until Tuesday. I'm just more... To me, this is more hesitation by someone here. I don't think you feel stuck. That was attack. I have to find that. So that's what it is. Don't step on it, which is dangerous. I started a fire in yesterday's read, like a real house fire, guys. Me and my dad were out back. If it wasn't for Caden, things would have been on fire. The wall would have been on fire. Dead ass. What the fuck? I can't see it. That sucks. Where is... Where's my flashlight? Found it. Okay, that's fucking annoying. I literally have no idea where it went. You guys might lose power. That came through in a message the other day. Actually, I think in the Capricorn read. So we feel stuck or somebody else feels stuck here. It could be part of your energy. You do have a court couple here. Something will be exposed by the moon. This could just be fear. But it is time for the wheel to move forward. For others that are dealing with karma, it will go backwards if you're not making the right choice. This might be energy in the sense of that, like the same, but more sexual. You might be more of like a high priestess and not really in that passion that she typically gives off. Because it kind of looks like, I wouldn't say like it's a letdown, but it's also telling me you're not looking for temporary. Knight of Wands is temporary. Or you just can't be bothered with somebody. But if you ask me, this part of it looks good because it's like starting something new. It starts off like emotional, so it could be somebody you know. This could be an argument you had with somebody and you're backing away. Yesterday in Capricorn's read, I almost came back. There's definitely two people separating and going in different directions, with the Eight of Cups over here going in that direction and the Six of Swords going in that direction. And that energy just doesn't, go away. And we're always dealing with Saturn. So it looks like you might reveal the truth, or somebody else reveals the truth, or again, it could be friendships, just like two peas in a freaking pod here. But in starting off something on a solid ground, Capricorn did have the Ace of Pentacles, didn't they? Was that Capricorn? Or was it? I think it was the midweek check-in. So energy has already shifted since midweek.
When I first got in there,
yeah,
there was water.
Water?
Yeah, dripping.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Hey, buddy. Can you plug that fan in, leave it right there, and plug it into the extension cord?
What?
Plug that into the extension cord and then plug in the plug it in the bathroom. I hope I don't set off a breaker. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys might be without power. I don't know what this, it keeps coming through. I don't know if there's going to be a large windstorm or just, yeah, windy city, tornadoes. This could be like, oh, it's all calm. Next thing you know, tornadoes up. Fucking quick as fuck. It could just be one of those like freak storms. Careful if you're around water.
Talking to me?
No, because there's water behind him, a city, water. To me, this feels like the musician. I mean, not, it could be a musician here. Wait, put it back where it was.
I can't. It doesn't go there.
Oh, okay. I can still feel it. That's fine. Nope, I can feel it. Thank you. Evaporation, something could evaporate. That can also, I mean, there's a lot of fire here, guys, too. Like, please be careful. Bonfires, camping, your own backyard. I mean, my sage wasn't completely out. And one of my bird feathers caught on fire. But sitting on my wall on a wooden shelf. Anyway, the point of it all is be cautious because there's warnings here of, oh, I'm hearing national disaster. There might be a national disaster over the weekends. I would think, well, I'm warning us, I'm in New England, right? But if there's like a natural disaster, it obviously could happen here too. I'm getting pulled to, where was it, Texas? Or where was it that just flooded and it took out like the whole city because they built their valley in between two mountains? I mean, I just don't. And then to rebuild in the same spot is just, careless. History keeps getting washed out by them rebuilding in the valley. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I am feeling like a foreign country with something just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is destructive energy. West Virginia, Tennessee, is that what it was? North Carolina. Because I'm still very much picking up on that. Be careful with sharp objects. That's usually Mars. Do we have a strong Mars placement right now? Probably. You do have Aries on the board. Mars has been coming out with the Emperor for the last 2 weeks. So Mars likes to play with fire and mechanical, just like Mercury. Mercury is direct. But if Mars is in charge if Mars is trumping planets that are direct, because we still have multiple that are retro. I see something falling from the sky, actually, like I'm hearing Halley's Comet. And it could be like a valley taken out. I know that's happened in Italy a few times with flooding. So it could be a flood. It could be a fire that breaks out over the weekend, overnight, or it happens in broad daylight. And you think you have it under control, but you don't, because this storm, if this is actually a storm that's about to happen and go down this weekend, it's not turning paths. So it wants to turn paths. So it's kind of like stuck because it's a storm that I don't think anyone's even tracking right this second. And it leaves people in the position like no direction works. Like the valley, you know what I mean? You run up that side, you can't, water's coming in, or it's too slippery and slopey and mudslides. And then you go to that side, you're dealing with, rocks and gravel and landslides. So it's like stuck. Now, others of you, the analogy I'm seeing and using would be a person that feels stuck. Like they lost their freedom, or they don't feel free, or they just, are really struggling with something, but they have a lot of love for you. They do want to be that person to you. Like, I'm gonna marry her anyway, marry that girl. And if Mars is in Libra right now, talk about structure, right? And balance, all this stuff that keeps coming into play, but very structural. That's why I'm saying, like, with these reversed, like here's structured, something structured. Here, it's not. This is like a message you don't want, or you just don't, you're not feeling this energy, or it's them wanting to make sure that you don't think it's just this. Let me get, some of you, this is somebody from your past, somebody you already know, someone you're talking to, could be a friend. But I just got pulled to my, this deck, the Hidden Truth Oracle. This is usually somebody you know. So someone's retro. This happened in retro within the last 5 months or 8 months with planets. Now, this is like somebody who paused, didn't go after something. Others of you, somebody could be expressing that they made a wrong judgment call. But I don't know. This is so topsy-turvy. This talks about almost like your intuition already knows with the moon. But there's something secretive here too, as if someone didn't tell you, but I feel like you already knew. So I don't know if somebody is nervous about the approach here. Tell me about the moon reversed, please. The moon reversed. Wow. So many things remind me of you. So I don't know if this is somebody just realizing, but I don't think so. This would be, I crossed out so many. I just did things remind me of you. So somebody is really seeing and feeling the love here. You know what's funny, Shannon, that you just said that with cardinal signs? I picked up on that yesterday in Capricorn's reading, that you're also dealing with somebody that has heavy fixed signs. And cardinal as well, but more fixed. And that could be why the feeling, it feels like it's trumping another energy. Here it's like same playing field, starting something new, but it's like somebody expresses something, or they're now seeing how much love you gave. Or tell me about the 5 of Wands reversed, please. I look for you everywhere. I'm thinking of you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So it's like they don't want to battle either. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yeah, see, someone doesn't want to argue with you. So somebody probably already pissed you off in a certain situation. Tell me about the 2 of Wands reversed, please. But this is somebody that doesn't want you to make a decision to move forward. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, but yet they don't want you to move forward either. So many songs remind me of you. I did just play you guys a song. Let's get one more for the 2 of Wands reversed, please. We both know I'm not the one for you. I love you unconditionally. I think we both know I'm not the one for you is either extremely accurate, or it's just how somebody else is feeling right now. They almost feel trapped. See how dark it was too? So tell me about the 8 of Swords. Finding out the truth crushed me. I don't react when people mention your name. I hide behind material things. I feel you even though we're apart. Tell me about I hide behind material things. It doesn't have to be. To me, it could also just be like hiding behind work. I wonder if you're happy without me. Yeah, this is somebody from your past. I hide by material things or work, etc. All right, let's see. So that's for those who somebody from the past. And you could still be talking to this person. It's almost like I feel like you are. But then there's another situation that you probably are very aware that someone's got feelings for you, but it's been so long, or you've already are past it, and this person is wondering, like, do they even see me like they used to? Somebody is really stuck in their heads here. You know, maybe somebody's questioning, are they seeing someone else? But it does feel like somebody doesn't want you to move forward. And if these were all upright, it'd be a completely different story. So as quick as the night can come in, it can also be gone. So it's kind of like that flame is not there. It could have been there at one point, obviously. I think somebody really wants it to return and work out. Let me grab, is it this stuff I want? This one. Let me see what's going on in your head before I do what they're thinking with the Eight of Swords. So if this is us, if this is my spirituals, what do we think about this situation? Well, we really don't. It's masculine energy, discipline, father figure, authority. So there's that Emperor. There's that Mars energy that really wants to fucking come out, because Mars is about taking action and following through and taking a leadership role. But it's telling me this energy of the Emperor is too much, or you're just not vibing with it the way you used to. Like, this would be like a instance, you know, I've had friends with benefits off and on for 10 years, and don't get me wrong, they're great, but sometimes you definitely end up hurt when it starts to like grow and mature, the more time you spend with them, you know. So it's all good when you guys are really on the same page, but when you're making love, fucking, whatever it is you choose to do, you're always putting feelings or something into it, because if my feelings aren't there, I'm not going to be able to please myself, as somebody else is not going to be able to please me. So I think somebody here is worried about pleasing you. There's a masculine energy worried about pleasing you. But look at egotistical, opportunist, narcissist, fragile. Tell me about this masculine energy that feels stuck or trapped. Toxic, drama, arguments, incompatible. So this is either very negative self-talk, or this is an energy that you definitely don't want around, because this is like the minute you start talking or you sleep together, it's like you don't even hear from them again. And it's like, what the fuck? You know, and then it makes you question, like, fuck, what I gotta do to cleanse my energy? Been there plenty of times and dealt with that shit. And I can't even tell you how many times I've left a house, and when I leave the house, you know, the relationship, the friends with benefits, I mean, it will last for like a year. I've had friends with benefits last even longer. And we still talk to each other all the time. So it's kind of more than that, but it's not being presented as anything more than that, like dating or something. It wouldn't be dating. It would just be, you know, this. So again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the read, I mean, it could be a feminine and masculine energy, but in the beginning of the read, I did feel like that energy, because especially with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Wands being reversed, this energy could be telling you about a certain situation they found themselves in, possibly. What time is it? 11:20. I gotta leave at 11:45. I feel like I want that in front of my face so I can see. The final countdown. So if we are spiritual, and this message is for us, this is telling us to leave it alone. It's telling me you've already left it alone, to be quite honest with you. But somebody likes to come in and stir drama. Somebody feeds off drama, or that used to be a situation where somebody feeds off drama, or they still do. To me, I think they still do. This could be another feminine too, two feminines, once again, and instead of the Empress, it's the Emperor. And then you have the Queen of Swords. This could be a couple too. I don't see third party here. That would already tell me that would have occurred, because to me, you know who this is or what man or woman. And right now you're better off staying away from this energy, because they come in and make you feel good, but then they leave just as quick. It's like someone who hits you up and then expects you to do, like for you to hold a conversation, or but you're not who you used to be. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. I can tell there's already been a change here where you're not interested. So there is a woman here. I don't think you're the one that's fragile. Yeah, see, somebody lack of trust, disloyalty, or could get, turned back on. But it's after a conversation or something goes down. It wouldn't be instant over the weekend. That's a given, because whatever already went down, you wouldn't even allow it to come back around. And the first red flag you would see would probably be, something they've already said before, or, I just want to be friends, this and that. Like, to me, it'd be worth it with some people, others, no, because you'll find yourself in the same situation. But I don't think you're going to this time around. If anything, this is, it could be two people that are dating, getting into your business, and you're solo and you're perfectly fine. And they may be wanting to just try to stop that Page of Pentacles, because they see you as if like you're on fire and they want to stop that. Someone doesn't want you to move forward here, guys. Somebody wants you stuck, craving desire for them. Somebody wants you to feel them. This person, though, I'm hearing it's a good thing. So they could have been judging you guys' situationship from a previous marriage, because I feel like there is something over here, and something is going to be revealed. Tell me about the moon. What's going to be revealed with the moon? It could just be these feelings, or it could be a lot of things. Let's just see what it is. Trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. So somebody feels like you're not going to forgive them, as if like the Four of Cups is here, and then it's like drowning over your head, overexerted, rock bottom. So this moon, someone wants to tell you something, and if you ask me, this energy wants your forgiveness, and it's very, I guess it just depends on who this is, guys. I do feel like there's multiple energies going on over the weekend, not just one situation. But somebody is fixated, and it doesn't look like you. Tell me about this trapped moon reverse, because I'm kind of getting like forgiveness, not on earth, twin flame. So there's that connection. But see, this is somebody that also could have abandoned you. You purged it, or they need to abandon a situation and purge, but like still being quiet. And their pride and ego is still in the way. This is somebody that would never admit that they were wrong, or they would admit it to a certain length, not the full length of a ruler, just, partial length of the ruler. Which, if you ask me, is not going to cut it. And the ruler is telling me discipline. At least to smack hands with rulers and shit. So again, we have this energy that's like trying to trump yours for some fucking reason. Like wants you fixated on them. But this person right here, this situation we need to work on as spiritualists, but I don't know in the sense of what, because you've already done all this. Like you've already said what needed to be said. You're not trying to have no drama. So you have multiple situations here. This can be your kids' situations, your situations, co-worker situation. If you work at wait staff, bartending, anything where you work over the weekend, you bank your money there. Like that's part of your life on the weekends. Not everybody, relaxes and does this, especially bartenders. That's when you bank the money. It's not about the money. And that's true too. It's never about the money for me. But some people, it's about the money. You could be dealing with somebody or work that's all about the money. But this does feel like somebody who abandoned you at one point in your life. And they want forgiveness. And we should hear that person out. So that could be a whole nother scenario you just don't even see coming. It is emotional. It may start an argument. Because last time you talked, like, you get what I'm saying? So everyone's text message, phone call, I'm hearing pay-per-view. You'll feel some type of way, which only makes sense if you ask me that you would. Best advice for my spirituals. And again, there's different situations here. Like that's way too many. That would be more focusing on yourself, going in a new direction, surrendering, pride and ego, separation. And baby, let your head down. Oh, so see, your focus needs to be on you. Let your hair down. Don't. I think somebody might try to apologize. It might just not be the right time. But I do feel like if you just continue going in a certain direction, or you surrender in the sense of looking at something in a peaceful manner, is this worth fixing? Whatever. And sometimes when people ask themselves, it's absolutely no, right? But this is being asked for you to break it down a different way. So there's still a door that's open. It might not be this weekend, but it could start very much this weekend if it hasn't started already. To me, somebody here also wants you to just be completely focused on them, and others, it's just that masculine energy feeling, like they want this new start. They do care for you. It's like they do see a future together, but in their eyes, it's just not going to work out. And others of you, it's definitely going to work out. So again, I do feel like this is unexpected, especially with the moon being there. So it's one of those weekends where anything goes when it comes to certain energies, and it's just the way it is. Ultimately, it's your call once, somebody speaks what they speak. And if you ask me, it could be a very beautiful thing here. Tell me about this court couple in the Page of Pentacles. Like, say something was to like work out, you know. Yeah, see, you would build a family. Answers yes. Shadow work wanted to flip to see union. This, you could. Hi, hold on, just hold on 1 second. This is, you could start a family, or this is somebody who already has a family, but you're still going to come together. And there is some shadow work going on, but that to me is just you being where you need to be to get to where you want to be. Does that make sense? This always comes out when there's like trial, tribulation, that type of stuff. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys. Love you, love you. Hi, me.
Hi.
You all done hiking?